club is a centre based in Suffolk Road. It's been going since 1988. It's open 5 nights a week for young people. The reason why we're here tonight is because we're going to South Africa, and it'll be my first ever overseas trip, and it'll be the youth club's first ever time going to South Africa as well.
Glen Parent's been running for over 25 years, and I've been only a part of Glen Parent for a short period of time, and we just noticed and recognised that the young people in the area haven't really had that opportunity to get away for an international trip.
A lot of our young people would face daily struggles because just of where they're geographically based. Lenadoon isn't known for its richness, it's more doom and gloom. It's always negative impact you hear about young people. It's drugs and drink and homelessness, where a lot of our young people, not this group specifically, but people who would have used the centre, would sort of turn to drugs at you get to a certain age, and that just seems to be a natural progression. Where this trip for these will hopefully change their lives. They'll have a better outlook in life. They'll see actually what hardship is, because there are a lot of them going out here with preconceived ideas where they're going to be bringing 14 outfits for every day of the week, and they're getting 6 showers, and they're counting their money up as to what they're going to spend on the designer shops out here. And I don't think they've realised what impact it's going to have once they see what poverty really is.
The idea for Africa came about 2 years ago. I think we brought my staff meeting, and it expanded from there. And then once we got over Africa, we're trying to plant flower beds, paint, and fix up all the stuff that's broken over there, because we don't have really the resources to do it. So we're bringing over money and helping them, and we're going to talk to each other and get them through stuff, because they've had really hard lives,
I've been coming to the club when I was about 7 or 8. I've always enjoyed it, and I've had a lot of opportunities with this club to do things that I wouldn't have been able to do.
I've been living in Lenadoon for over 10 years, so I've been going to this youth club ever since I could. Growing up, it's just been where I feel more comfortable. Obviously going to South Africa, it's one lifetime opportunity, and I wanted to go on that because I love doing charity work as well.
This club's fantastic. It's all it has been. Africa, I just wanted to go to Africa for simply reason I want to give back. It's just all I've always wanted to do it. You see in advertisements, thinking I might be able to help these people when we go over here. I've just always wanted to do it.
I first heard about the Africa project in the club just by posters and people talking about it, and I just thought straight away I want to go where I need to do that, just because it would be a lifetime experience.
We just had to do wee interviews and ask questions why we want to go over and stuff, and I just says that I would like to go over and get experience, see how other people live in different communities.
The first few days of it coming along, we had to do interviews, so there was 30 odd people, and we were the lucky ones who actually got chosen. I think we were looking for people who were different, people who could sort of rub off each other as well.
Went through a lot of fundraising ideas together, where they've clashed a lot too, and I don't know if they're ready. I don't think anybody knows if they're ready until we get out there, and then we'll know. But as I say, you can see a natural progression where some of them who were sort of quieter at the start, and people were shy and people didn't want to speak up around each other, everybody's starting to get comfortable with each other, and then, as you say, the more natural, the more they become natural with each other, the more they fight like brother and sister now. But we just hope, as you say, when you get out there without Mum and Daddy, everything that we've done so far will sort of come to a fro, and maybe they'll progress themselves and take control of it themselves.
We've raised the money to go to Africa by fundraising through bag packing, stay awakes. The stay awakes are the hardest, trying to stay awake and look after all the kids 8 to 8, so I've struggled with that.
I've enjoyed some of the stay awakes, but the bag packing, that kills you. You're lifting all the stuff and all. It hurts your back standing there for hours.
Well, we're here today at Sarsfields for a fundraiser that we had to sell tickets for, just to show the family, everyone's family and all the community, that the hard work we've put in. Well, Mel and Robert have put us through different tests throughout the 2 years, team building, working by yourself, you know, like all stuff like that. And I think we're going to have to be very glued together. Like Robert and Mel are going to be like our mummy and daddy out there. So we're just going to have to stick together and look after each other.
So when I go further, only it'll be like not even a couple of hours on the internet. So I feel a wee bit anxious about that because I'll not be able to get in contact with my family as much. But as long as I have everyone there with me, I'll be alright.
Maybe 6 weeks ago we had a parents meeting, and when we were sitting with the parents, collectively the parents had said, look, would you mind if you took their phones off them and give them it for maybe a half an hour at the end of the night, because they don't want them walking about with their heads in their phones every day, and they're going to miss so much by taking photos. And they also don't want them to offend anybody by taking photos. They'll make it look like, look at me, we're helping out, a good Instagram or a good Facebook photo. And I think that the young people will realise themselves just how much of life they actually do miss, because they're constantly with their head in their phone, or they're constantly on the web, or they're constantly sort of living false lives.
The things I couldn't live without would be my phone, TV, being able to just go out with my friends whenever I wanted, and always having things to do.
I couldn't live without my phone, couldn't live without my PlayStation, and I couldn't live without my TV. Like, oh, it's 100%. Like,
Couldn't live without clothes, and I couldn't live without my phone.
Things I couldn't live without would be the football and Gaelic. Gets me off the streets. My phone, it helps me contact people like who I be with all the time, and probably the Wi-Fi as well. I'd be lost without it.
Mel was saying about like the stories, and she sat us down and talked to us about them. Some of the stories you hear are just terrible from what people can go through for such a young age. Like once you actually hear those stories, you look at your own life and just be like, well, my life's not that bad, is it? Like, so I just doing stuff like that. It's just it will open your eyes to what you actually do have in front of you, and when you go out there, you can just see what people are living off scraps.
I'm expecting it to be sad. I'm expecting to see things that you don't see on a daily basis, but it's going to be fun at the same time.
I'm expecting to go to Africa and see just definitely not things you'd see over here, where you're walking out and seeing people starting their phones or people out in their expensive clothes. I'm expecting to go over and see people on the streets and not nice things to see.
And we've been there at every step of the way, and we've made sure that everybody else there is a team, because when we get out there we need to be able to rely on each other, because there are going to see some really horrific images, and I mean horrific in the sense of there's people there that are young kids that are basically homeless, have been on the streets or selling drugs at a young age of 6, and basically when we were thinking back here, when we were thinking, oh, we don't really have much, we're thinking really you mightn't have the latest fashion gear, or you mightn't have something that you really want, but it's not really a necessity, it's more or less something personal. They don't even have a shelter, they don't have love, they don't have nurture, they don't have the things that matter most. And what we're trying to do is give back to the young people to say, listen, when we get out there, it's not going to be just kind of going and working in a youth centre from here. You're going out there and they have nothing, and you're going to be the only lifeline they're going to have over the summer. And in terms of the resources and stuff, we're bringing our summer scheme more or less to them and bringing a bit of life and a bit of kind of more or less joy.
yeah, I'm expecting this trip to change my life, like, because as I said, I couldn't live without phones. My phone, where when I come back, I would say I couldn't live without clothes, like super stuff that they don't have. So I think it's just changed my whole life around the way I think of stuff, and the way I think of money and stuff I get every day. What I take for granted, they would die for it.
I'm excited to go to Africa, but I'm scared because I've heard people that have went, they have got attached to the kids out there and they've all been emotional and stuff leaving, but I'm excited to go out with my group because I get on with them all, and it'll be a fun experience hopefully.
Just most excited for the trip, to experience it with the people I'm experiencing it with, my friends that I've grew up with.
Yeah, I just want to go over and help people, and I know for a fact when I come over I'll appreciate stuff a lot more.
All we can say is, all I can say on my behalf is thank you very much to everyone who's donated. We've got local businessmen and all approaching us, wanting to give them money for working out there, just out of the goodness of their hearts. And I think it shows that they're actually being perceived in the right way, and it's a good thing that they're doing. And people are welcome to helping as long as it's sort of in the right direction that you're going in. People are willing to give, even at this time there's so much negative stuff, as I say, money tightness and stuff. People have been really, really good, and the amount they've raised alone is massive.
For this project, I hope that like people will think of us as different. Like we're not just like scumbags. We're trying to go out and change everything. We're trying to help people, and not just do stupid stuff like waste our lives.
I want to say thank you to everyone who put their hand in their pocket and did give us money and believed in us. And I also want to say we did it to the people who doubted us and said people from Lenadoon, they can't do stuff like that. So I just want to say thank you for that motivation, because here we are now, we're going. A few couple of weeks and that's us away.